PennsPeakRadio.com.
Mark Rivera, and he's actually on his way to do some studio work right now, and it's great to have Mark on board. Mark, are you there?
I am there, Doc, or I am here. You Doc.
This, like I said, this came rather quickly. Nicole got in touch with me. She goes, "Hey, would you have time to have Mark Rivera on the show?" And I'm going like, "Mark, like the Mark Rivera?" I said that played with Billy Joel.
Hell no.
I said, Mark Rivera? Hell no. Get me Billy Joel. Then we're talking something here. But, I'll tell you.
Guy who's done something.
But, Mark, I'll tell you what, it, doesn't get, much better than this. This is, if anything, this is like the next best thing. And, I shared with Mark a quick story that, back in the early 80s, there was a radio promotion that I did with the Lehigh Valley radio station. And, Mark remembers it well. There was, you could go underneath the, spectrum, and I was underneath the spectrum, with Billy Joel and the rest of the members of the band having a good time. And, yeah, there was a guy there that had blenders there or something. I don't know. I mean, does he still carry?
It's
a chainsaw.
Chainsaw was he's a guitar tech, yes.
And, does he still carry blenders by chance, or do you still run into him?
No, actually, that was frowned upon by Elton John because we were doing, I think Elton was doing Tiny Dancer, some really quiet inside song. I'm serious. And Chainsaw had the blunders going here. It was that, and we had Billy was so chilled. We had a hot dog roller under the stage, so Elton would be doing Tiny Dancer, something, smelling the smell of hot dogs burning and the sound of mixed drinks going, and he frowned upon it. So, well, you know, which is his choice, but it's, you know, we had a lot of fun under that stage.
See, and I was there. See, the stories. It was fun. Mark Rivera. Mark Rivera has been doing what he's doing for a long time. Been with Billy Joel for forever. Let me just say this coming Friday night, he's going to be with Mike and the guys with Big Shot, and I'm telling you what, this guy can play everything, but on the sax stuff, you want to see a guy blow this coming Friday night, you're not going to want to miss it. What's going on, Mark? I mean, you played with everybody. You played with Simon and Garfunkel, Hall & Oates, shared a stage with Eric Clapton, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, All Stars. You've done a lot in 2.5 years.
Well, I'm waiting for a real good opportunity, like something big to come with. I'm not talking like Peter Gabriel. I'm talking about a real guy who's got a career ahead of him.
Yeah, right. Here's a picture of.
Actually, getting ready in June. I go out with Ringo. I'm his MD for like 17 years, so I go back out. So I'm going to take a little break from Big Shot for a while, and they know that, but It's my dance card's been pretty full, thank God. Thank God. I was going to say, I'm in the process of going in the studio. I'm doing my own CD finally after a long, long time. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be coming out mid-June.
What's that going to be all about with the new CD coming out there, Mark?
I've got 4 or 5 original tunes. I covered a Jimi Hendrix tune. I covered Spanish Castle Magic and Tomorrow Never Knows by the Beatles. So
nice.
It's pretty much it reflects the type of music that I've been involved in for over 40 years. I love it. I really do. I mean, I could say without sounding egotistical, but I'm loving the music that's coming out, and I'm just really excited to be doing it. Speaking of excited, I've been these gigs we've been doing with Big Shot have been insane. We've taken it to a new level. Tommy Burns, the guitar player, Billy's MD for like 20 years, and he was the MD on the Broadway show Moving Out. Tommy's an incredible guitarist, and he and I are in the band together. It's really special. I mean, I shared a stage with him with Billy for about 21 years.
Wow.
So we kind of look at each other when we know it's good. There's this connection. And Mike Del Giudice is an amazing singer.
Oh, God. He is. I mean,
he's ridiculous. He's really ridiculous.
He is.
And I won't say forget the Billy stuff, but he covers the Billy stuff from the early stuff to the latest stuff, but everything in between. We do McCartney. We do a couple of tunes by McCartney. We do Jet. We do Live and Let Die. He does Maybe I'm Amazed. And he kills it. He kills it. And to say somebody can cover McCartney, that's McCartney. We do Journey. Anything that Michael decides to do, he does to the max.
Yeah, he's an amazing singer, and funny that you bring up McCartney as well. And you might have run into this guy over the years too. He's a personal family friend of ours as well. It was just about a couple of weeks ago that I had him on my show. The impeccable master drummer Denny Sywell.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, yeah, no, Denny, yeah.
Denny Sywell, certainly with Paul McCartney and Wings, he was on board here with me as well. When you talk about Paul McCartney being able to sing, and then Mike Del Giudice being able to cover just about anybody. I mean, that is a feat in itself. I mean, the guy can wail, and on the piano, he is. It's really amazing. Amazing.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing that I don't know if we're going to get to it this set, but I mean, he's come stepping up front playing bass guitar. There's another incarnation of this band when we have the full horn section. We have the guys from Moving Out. It's just this killer 3-piece horn section. John Scarpula, Carl Fisher, and Ozzy Van Ende. We do this we do Chicago, we do Sledgehammer, we do all these great horn tunes, and it's just a blast. Yeah. It's just a blast. This band is taking off.
It's you yourself, Mark, I mean, have gosh, what a great history with everything that you've done. I mean, like you said early on, everybody from Hall & Oates to Peter Gabriel to Billy Ocean to Simon and Garfunkel, John Lennon, Ringo Starr, Joe Walsh. I mean, yeah, right. How's that? How was that working with Joe Walsh? Huh?
Joe, not to forget Foreigner, because actually that's how I met Joe. Joe was opening up for Foreigner in like 1985 or 86, I think it was. And he'd ask me, hey, Mark, come on out and play Barry sax on my songs. Joe. And we got to be really good friends. And as it turns out, Joe is he married Barbara Bach's sister. So Joe and Ringo are kind of like brother-in-laws.
Yeah. Boy, that sounds like a real good party combination right there, if you ask me.
I'll tell you what, that's a family reunion you want to go to.
It's been a great, it's been a great experience with you. I mean, have you ever thought it would go this far when you started it out, when you attended LaGuardia High School of Music and Art?
Well, it was a dream. In fact, the gentleman who's producing my record, Jimmy Braylauer, who's done. I mean, you talk about Eric Clapton and Steve. He's produced and done drum programming and for everybody. And he and I talk all the time about the crazy business we're in. What he said is it's the reason we still do this. So what happens is that we have a dream, and as long as the dream is there, it can continue. But I didn't. When I first dreamt the dream, I was just thinking about getting to get up and play a song and people would like it. I never thought it would get to be to this extent and to have this longevity. I mean, I have two sons, put them through college, and my wife still puts up with me. We're living the dream together, but it's an amazing journey. And I'm blessed to still be on it at this point.
I can say that about even radio and working for who I'm working for. The way things have come full circle, I couldn't have landed a better job with a better organization. Wait till you see. I know you've heard about Penn's Peak and the venue itself. It is absolutely incredible. And I know you've heard that on the streets. We talked about that before we went on the air. And I can't
wait to get on the stage, man. I've heard, in fact, the drummer, Mike Santino, said this is the coolest gig Big Shot does. It's so beautiful and it's well received, and I'm just really excited about this Friday.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Well, so are we, and like I said, the place here is awesome.
One more thing. I'll tell you what I say, Doc. They did an interview with me one time before a gig, and it's kind of, well, say whatever you think. I said, well, I think if you're within 50 miles of the show and you don't see it, shame on you.
Yeah, right.
Because it really is. It's worth the trip. It's a great band, and it's not a Billy Joel cover band. We pay tribute to great music that Billy wrote, but I'm telling you, the McCartney stuff, you freak when you hear this stuff. Michael's just killing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Any chance, when's Billy back on the road? Any inside scoop?
I don't know. Honestly, I have no inside scoop. I mean, he's doing these, lectures. He goes to colleges and he lectures to, music majors and stuff like that about composition. Hey, if he wants to do it, believe me, he's got guys around him to jump in a second. But, right now he's, there's a lot of things went on in his life, and I think he wanted to just take stock and just kick back. He could afford to do what he wants.
Absolutely. And
that, there's a part of him, I believe, that's never going to not be the entertainer. Now, I hope he does, because I miss him.
Yeah,
there's millions of people who miss him.
I'll tell you, he's a very down to earth guy. I met him on 2 occasions on a personal level, and so approachable, so down to earth guy. He's a great guy. When I was married the second time to a Long Island girl from Dix Hills.
Oh my God,
Dix Hills. That's where she was from. Dix Hills. You know Dix Hills, right?
Yes, I did.
And she, her father, they had delis. Delis are big in New York, everywhere. Long Island, there's delis everywhere. And, I remember when Billy, walked into the deli and, he, got his bagel for him and his mother. I think it was cream. If I remember right, I think it was cream cheese and lox. I think that's what it was. And there he is.
You're probably right. And his mother's Roz, and he got Mama's her bagel and lox.
Yeah, bagel and lox. That's it. So that was it. Now but that was the second wife. So now I'm on to the third. So congratulations, you're with the same one, and that's a beautiful thing.
29 years, man.
Wow, man, that lasted long. That's lasted longer than all 3 of mine.
I just been married longer than most people combined. Thank God.
You know what? All the best. And one thing I will say that when I touched base with Mike earlier, and this is what I say about my kids and my family. I mean, there's no job that'll come in between them both. I called Mike and he said, "Hey, I was on the phone with my son. Sorry I missed your call." It's like, but my kids first. And you know what? I say that all the time. So kudos to you there with your family, man.
When I tried to call you before, I was on the phone with my son in Nepal, volunteering at an orphanage. So that gives you an idea how proud I am of my family.
That is amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty incredible blessing, man. So listen, I got to jump. I got to get into the studio.
Listen, I'll see you Friday.
You got it. And Penn'sPeak.com. Stay on it, kids.
I'll tell you what, Mike Rivera, all the best, and thanks for the exclusive, and have a safe trip getting here.
Peace, love, and gratitude. Later.
Penn'sPeakRadio.com